Down, three, two, one. Oh, it's recording. I should mention, my hands smell like cilantro.
So, oh, that's disgusting.
I'm not too crazy about like the smell of cilantro or the taste of cilantro, but oddly enough, I like using it in things because it has a nice synergy effect.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to phrase that, but it really blends in well with certain dishes.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I'm sure
like
I would too, but that's just another thing to buy to me.
Oh, I don't buy it.
Oh yeah, you grow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice and convenient.
I grow it, so it's one of those things where it's just use it or lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Something I'm gonna try to avoid doing today and the rest, because I'm trying to teach myself not to do this. I'm gonna try not to use like so much, because it's kind of a nervous twitch. It's sort of a habit and sort of a nervous twitch.
Alright, I'll call you out anytime you do it.
Good. Because I tend to rely on it whenever I'm trying to articulate my thoughts.
Yeah.
I find it do it a lot when I'm feeling a little more depressed. I'm not too depressed today, but all the same, I'm trying to teach myself not to do that. So it's one of those things I'm trying to better myself when I'm socializing. I'm also drinking some tea because I need the little self-esteem booster. Man, I ran today. Let me tell you, I was so slow. I have a couple hypotheses as to why, but at the same time, God, it hit the self-esteem. So I'm having my pity drink.
Hey man, whatever works. You mean like slow as in you're physically running slow, or like slow as in you're slugging, like you could feel it?
A little both.
Because like I've actually stopped trying to go on speed and just been like, as long as I'm running, it can be as slow as possible, and it's been nice because I can go further.
Yeah, I have moments like that, but here's the thing. So aside from today, I've been killing it, man. I've been running really fast. It's been amazing, and it's not just feeling that way. Like I've been timing myself.
Yeah.
And I've actually gotten some really good times.
Good.
For my 2 mile, I hit under 20 minutes.
Nice.
For my 10 mile, I hit under 10 minutes. So I'm doing it. But it feels good.
Yeah.
It's above average. Average supposedly is about 10 minutes per mile.
Oh really?
Yeah. I find that might be a little difficult to really.
Well, is that for males?
I think that's just in general.
Oh, okay.
It's about 10 minutes per mile. I think it more applies to, the odd sorts of distances. Like, for instance, I do 8 miles every Saturday, or I try to. That's the thing that I'm trying to do as of now. It doesn't always come out the way that I want it to, but so far, 2 weeks in a row, I've done 8 miles, so it feels good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's not really a set average for that, because quite frankly, it gets to a point where your average Joe doesn't do this amount of running. To a certain extent, you and I, we're starting to exceed a threshold where we become more along the lines of running for the hell of it. We're exceeding the average to a certain extent. So in that regard, it kind of becomes, there's a set average for every mile, which is about 10 minutes. But at the same time, we're already doing an excess amount of cardio that it's just kind of like, well, we're killing it, baby. Oh yeah. So you and I have already surpassed the threshold of like the normalities. I think on an average,
it feels damn good too.
It does. I think on an average basis, like your average Joe will run about, I want to say 2-3 miles. Anything past that, it's a bit more above average.
Yeah.
So you and I, we're already exceeding the limit. We're already doing access cardio, and it feels really good. You know, it's just one of those things that I'm not a fast runner. I never claimed that I'm a fast runner. All that said, it feels good to actually be able to up the limit of what I normally thought I could do. You know, even in high school, I was really slow. You know, I was doing about 40 minutes for a 2 mile. It's bullshit.
You say 40?
Yeah, like I was not a.
I mean, I
fast kid.
guess in high school, like it's fine for high school.
Yeah, I was not a fast kid. I didn't want to run. I was anti-run.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every single mile in high school that I ran was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I just didn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. I walked most of that too, so there you go.
There's no way I actually ran a mile in school.
Anyway, it was all bullshit, but I digress. A lot of what I'm doing nowadays, it's amazing in comparison. It's just a complete mind fuck in a lot of ways, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're getting up there too, and all I have to say is it's
feel
inspiring.
It too. It's nice because, like, I have slowed down a little bit because I'm trying to go more for distance and, like, actually running the whole time rather than, like, taking breaks and stuff. And I've known that, like, running slower has definitely helped with that. But even, like, my cardio, like, I mean, I can run a mile like it's nothing now. I'm not even breathing heavy. And it's like, that's completely different than it was, you know, even 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'd be able to run a mile, but my cardio, you know, you can feel it. Like today, felt nothing. You know, I was breathing through my nose. I was still able to have a conversation afterwards. It was super easy.
I have to be honest, I can't do the whole breathing through my nose. I
Really?
want to say that a lot of that attributes to the fact that I have asthma.
Yeah.
And so even right from the beginning, I'm breathing through my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not necessarily I'm breathing heavy. It's just one of those things that it's a really hard thing for me to do. I've tried not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things I'm trying to train myself, but it's really difficult to do just because that's what I do.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I don't think it really matters either.
Nah.
Honestly.
But at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, man, there's nothing normal about this. But then again, I mean, I guess it's one of those systems that it works for me. I don't wheeze too much, which I think is the more beneficial part of even having asthma. That's what you want, you know. You want to be able to breathe a lot more normally. But either way, I am pushing it. I'm doing really well. I feel a lot faster. I did at the beginning of the week. Today, I felt really sluggish. And it affected my times. And I know that shouldn't matter because, truth be told, I went out there, I did my long excruciating run, or my more endurance heavy run, and I did it. I struggled a little bit, but honestly, I managed to get through it. Really no problem other than just a little bit of, man, why do I feel so slow?
Yeah, I completely lost you there for a second, by the way. I had no audio.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, I managed to pull it off. I struggled a little bit, but I did it.
And that's all that really matters.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm feeling a little down about that. It's tough. It's one of those things where I think your self-esteem kind of just like interferes. Where it's just, yesterday I was on top of it, man. I was on top of the wall.
You really can't go like day to day. You can't compare that. Like if you're timing yourself every single day, but it's like, of course, there's gonna be days where you don't beat the previous day.
Yeah, there's gonna be days where you have outliers, and not just like the good outliers. I'm talking like the bad outliers, the ones where it's gonna be you're doing like a normal thing, and all of a sudden you're just it took you 10 minutes longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Or for instance, when I did my 8 mile last week, the first week that I did it, I think a lot of that I was fueled by pride and being overzealous. That's why I keep telling myself, because I got under 1 hour 30. I got under like an hour and a half. But the last time I did it, it was several minutes over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So in that regard, it took me a lot longer to actually be able to do it. It took me a lot more effort to do it. I didn't have that motivation. But all the same, I keep telling myself, Doesn't matter, man. You did it. You hit 8 miles. That is an accomplishment in and of itself.
Yeah, it really is.
You gotta realize. Sure, things don't go the way it planned, but you got to the goal, baby. You did it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get yourself down. And it's a tough lesson that I'm currently learning right now. It's my own challenge. I'm setting myself up to knock myself down. I am my own worst enemy.
Yeah.
It's a terrible, terrible thing. And that's why I gotta use you as motivation, man. I gotta be honest. You're out there, you're doing it, and I'm just like,
Yeah. Well, I'm coming up, dude. I'm catching up, dude.
yeah, I'm just like Spider Mikey, my bro, man. Give me strength.
Yeah.
It really is inspiring. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I like the fact that we're friends and we're in this together, rather than having some sort of rivalry, because it empowers me. But I feel like
I've always hated.
I was just gonna say,
I never do rivalry.
Yeah.
Like when people try to compare, it's like, nah, man, you gotta work together to do these things.
I agree. See, that I was gonna say that's why I like being in this. It doesn't only empower me; it empowers us. You know, it's very much a team collaborative effort, and that's what I love about it.
And plus, like, just looking ahead in the future, it's gonna be so fun being in shape and like enjoying the summer activities coming up.
Hell yeah, bro. Although I
Like,
must
I want to
say,
be active this summer.
yeah, me too. I got a lot of my camping equipment. I haven't gotten all of it, but I've gotten a lot of it. I only have a couple of things left to get, and honestly, I think I can substitute those with a lot of things that I do have. So we're pretty good. Next month for sure. I want to do a little mini camping trip. Go camping, get some steaks, grill on a barbecue. Oh yeah, I need to get like a grill or something.
Yeah.
I got a stove.
Now you gotta teach yourself how to build a fire without tools, without modern tools. I was trying that all last summer.
Well, do you got like the fire starter stuff, like the flint?
I mean that's easy.
Okay, all right.
I mean definitely start with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm
But-
saying we need to get like some flint. I'm pretty sure we can just get some tinder. We might need to get some wood, but other than that, yeah, you're good.
I got plenty of wood at my grandparents' house.
All right, so we pretty much got it covered.
Yeah. I remember last summer just trying to like rub 2 sticks together as fast as you can.
Jesus Christ. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think to some degree, sure, it works, but I think there's some other things to that
there
people
definitely
don't
is.
realize. It's a lot more strenuous than it sounds. Sure, you look at the TV, you look at the shows that make this look really simple. Doesn't work out the way that you think it would. But anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to camping. I want to make some.
Yeah. I want to do a lot of hikes too.
Yeah, I want to make some steaks. Oh, okay. So I know we talked about it. I don't know if we talked about it here on the podcast, which, by the way, I failed to introduce. Welcome to the Gilcast, episode 18, if I'm not mistaken. Spider Mikey's here with me.
Yep. I'm here.
So, yeah. 13 minutes into the podcast. Hey, everybody. We're just talking about goals and inspirations and going camping. Let me tell you, I'm looking forward to camping. But anyways, what I was going to say is I don't know if I've talked about it here, but I know that there's something I want to try, and that's would Peeps make a good marshmallow basis for some more?
Oh man, you haven't tried that yet,
Well,
dude?
we haven't gone
psyched
camping.
to, but when I left that day,
we
you were
haven't
so
gone
psyched to try it.
We haven't gone camping to try it. I'm waiting for that day. But I will say this. I did remember to pick up a packet of Peeps.
Yeah.
That's the
I
good
mean,
news. The
do Peeps,
bad
like,
news...
get bad?
The bad news is I could only find a packet of 10.
Uh-huh.
Which, I mean, more or less, if it turns out good, you know, we got like... I take it you're going to try one, maybe, I don't know. But we got at least... We got 9 Peeps left to really experiment with.
I mean, that's enough.
Yeah.
Because even if it is good, marshmallows are just as good.
Yeah.
So,
We'll probably get like a bag of just Jet Puff marshmallows, just because that's the best. They're good. They're marshmallows regardless, but I think that's the only brand you can really get here. But either way, you know, we'll get a bag of marshmallows.
you know, we should get some ice cream too. and have like s'more ice cream
How are we gonna do
sandwiches.
that? Don't get me wrong, I'm
Huh?
down for it, but how are we gonna preserve the ice cream?
Well, we're gonna have to do this like if there's a store next to when we're camping or something.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna be able to take ice cream with us for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I'm
But-
saying. Don't get me
But we
wrong.
could do it like on the way or something, or when we're leaving.
All right, that
mean,
is
it's
a good
possible.
thought. I
It's
like
possible.
that. No, I'm down. That is a great thought. Mm. I'm totally into that idea. I like it. And of course, they also make they make these pints. Ben and Jerry's, they make this pint of some more ice cream.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, we just add that on to it. That sounds good.
but it is
Oh
a pint.
man. You know, before I left the track today, I was
Mhm.
hanging out with that chick,
Oh yeah.
and we were literally talking about food. And then I come home, and now we're talking about food.
Well,
it's like
it's
a
very
never-ending.
addictive thought.
It's a never-ending theme for me.
Well, to be fair, it's
all I
on
ever
mine
talk
a lot. But if you want to change the subject just a little
Oh, no,
bit
that's
to
fine.
more of
I
the
just-
healthy variety, I had
just
a
ate,
protein
so I'm good.
smoothie today.
Nice.
I made a protein smoothie. It was really good. After this call, before I have to go to work, I'm cooking that omelet. That's why my hands smell like cilantro.
I just ate some eggs, dude.
Oh
So good.
man, yeah. See, I was gonna hard boil some, and let me tell you, the way to really hard boil an egg for Gildem here, you gotta boil it, but you gotta leave the yolks runny enough. So you gotta do about a 5-minute boil.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At least for my stove, what I do is about a 5-minute boil. Once the water starts boiling, you try to time it for about 5 minutes, and then you pull it out, and then you run it under cold water. And you try to peel the shells. If the shells stick too much to the egg, then it's not ready yet. But if it comes off, then you're good to go. And the middle of the yolk should be just runny enough. It should have a nice hard
I don't think I've
coating
ever
on the
tried it like
outside.
that.
I think that's what they call soft boiling. I'm not exactly sure, but at the same time, the yolk is runny in the middle, and let me tell you, that is the best, because I love a
I
runny
mean, it
yolk.
sounds good.
It's
but
really
I've never
good.
tried it.
It's something I've been trying to master, because let me tell you, I like a runny yolk, but at the same time, it doesn't always work out the way that I want it to, because I have like 15 things going on in the middle of the kitchen. All the same, that's what I try to aim for whenever I hard boil an egg. A runny yolk.
Almost like I kind of want to try those egg boiling machines on Amazon.
Oh yeah?
'Cause, like, I'm so lazy that I never want to hard boil eggs.
It's not too difficult for me. Honestly, I'm fine with what I got. Just get a pan, put some water in it, and then just go
Yeah.
set it on high and just let it boil. Put your eggs in.
I'd rather have a machine do it for me
Hey, whatever works.
because I'm lazy. I'm not saying it's the right way.
No. I mean, if there was a machine for an omelet, which I'm pretty sure there is, because why wouldn't there be? It'd basically just be the same for a pancake. It's basically multi-purpose, flat cooking skillet sort of design. I'd probably consider it, just because trying to flip over an omelet can get really messy, especially if
Yeah,
you
it
don't
can.
coat the skillet properly with enough like oil or the spray oil, which I think that's the best to use, to be honest. But yeah, it's just if you don't coat it well enough, then it's not going to flip very well. That is some cooking advice that I learned recently,
Yeah.
and it's terrible because it makes your omelet look real.
I've failed for years cooking, like trying to cook omelets, but I think I just got it down. Like it's nice and consistent now.
Oh, I can make a damn fine omelet. Okay, I know the spices. Let me tell you something. Cumin, it is damn good. It has a nice Spanish flavor to it, so you can make a nice Spanish omelet. And I like spinach, so I put that in my omelet. And I'm looking forward to omelets, to be honest. I gotta be honest. I just gotta say, I put 2 strips of bacon in it just because I'm trying to up the ante. I'm trying to plan it out carefully, and I think for the most part, since I'm trying to eat a little bit more just because I have to,
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it so I have just omelet for my meal, and that'll be good. So I'm trying to make it so I can have a pretty good size omelet, and I can have 2 strips of bacon in that. And so it's working out pretty well. The downside is I gotta plan meals out carefully just so I don't exceed that 600 milligram sodium limit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't indulge too much. Still got a little bit to watch. Still trying to keep my blood pressure down.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I have to go make up my oatmeal, so I guess that's what I'm doing when I cook my omelet.
Yeah, I need to make all my food. Like, I've been too lazy this week. I've been putting it off.
Oh, you and me both. I gotta be honest.
That's why I had eggs when I got home, because I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I have no chicken, I have no rice. I'm just gonna make more eggs.
I'm getting low on protein powder. I gotta go pick up some more.
Yeah, I just bought
And it's
some.
expensive, man.
It really is.
Oh, See, that's the one hard thing if you're like trying to get into weightlifting or if you're trying to get into like some sort of physical activity. Protein powder is great, but it's expensive.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you don't really necessarily need it.
Nah,
but
you don't.
I like to have it in my kitchen.
I do too, man. I like to make protein shakes. I like to put it into my oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good in oatmeal, I'm not gonna lie. I found out the best way to use it because let me tell you, there's a method to mixing protein powder into oatmeal depending on the protein powder itself. Sometimes you can just add it in right when the oatmeal's in the pot mixing together. But sometimes it curdles, and that's not so good. I don't like it when it does that.
Yeah.
So I have to plan it out carefully. And the method that I've best found out to do that is essentially you have to mix it when it's cold into some liquid, and then you add the oatmeal to that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do is I'll usually cook up the oatmeal a day before, and then when I decide to actually make my oatmeal for the meal, I'll just put it into the pot that I'm going to be using. I'll put in some almond milk, some water, or maybe just the water. It doesn't really matter too much. I'll scoop some protein powder into it, and then I'll just mix it all up. And then once it's a good consistency, I'll add the oatmeal, start cooking it on a medium temperature, add in some fruit, and then just mix it together. And it works pretty well. It doesn't curdle too much. And that's the best. Of course, the vegan protein powder that I've had, not too bad. Gotta be honest, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can just kind of add that stuff right off the bat, and it's beautiful. You can add it while it's cooking. It doesn't really curdle, and I love it. And I think I'm gonna pick up some of that next time.
Nice. I still just make my I'll probably eat that after we get talking. Actually, since I have no food, I'm just gonna make some oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't cook it like with oatmeal. I just add it afterwards. Make my my protein thick, it's like a frosting with like almond milk, and then I just throw the
I've never been able to make it like a frosting. See, when you say this, I'm just
Well,
like, God damn, how is he able to do this?
You have to have the right protein powder.
I guess.
Combat powder is probably my favorite one,
I think.
which is Muscle Farm, I believe.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I know Costco, they have some combat protein powder, but I don't know if it's the right one.
Yeah, dude, it's like a thick frosting, man. It's so good.
I've
You know
never
what?
been able to.
You should get some powdered peanut butter too.
I'm
That's
gonna
low in
say
calories.
this. Next time we hang out together, you gotta make some of that for
Yeah,
me.
we'll have a oatmeal cook-off. You can make your oatmeal and I'll make mine.
Or we can make some brownies, like you were saying.
Yeah, or we can make some
Protein
special
powder
brownies. Oh yeah, some special protein brownies.
Some special. It sounds like they have weed in them.
Yeah, well they might.
Oh.
Gotta have the recovery, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be cheat meal. That's gonna be cheat meal. Special cheat meal right there.
Yep.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of which, because it's the end of another month and it's the beginning of a, well, by the time this comes out, because I believe it'll be June 3rd by the date of this posting. At the end of the upcoming month, we get to go on a special food trip, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
Because it's going to be one of those things where one day we're going to be hanging out, we're going to be doing this little burger joint and ice cream, and then the next day we're going to be hanging out at your place, we'll be getting some sushi.
Oh man, it sounds so good, dude.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
both of them do, honestly.
That's, I think that was the plan. End of June, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm still down.
I think we should, you should invite me to your run too. Hopefully I'm up to your speed by then.
You want to do Saturday?
Just,
like that Saturday afterwards, just kind of chill up.
I'll have to give you my dates camping first though.
Okay.
But around that time, then yeah. A Saturday works.
I think the weekend before we should try to do a little bit of a camping trip.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I know that I'm camping somewhat around the end of June time frame, so I'll have to get back to you on that.
Well, I mean, we could always aim for, like, I don't know, the 16th. That seems pretty good. Yeah, that would actually not interfere with tabletop plans. Because it's not this weekend, it's the following weekend where I have to meet up with the group and we have to do our Star Wars tabletop. Which, by the way, had a small victory in that whole session, and I felt good about it. You ever got... So, I'm going to keep it general, because I'm pretty sure there's some people listening that don't really know too much about tabletops and whatnot, so I'll try to keep it semi-general, but... Have you ever gotten into a situation where you're on the verge of losing the situation, like you got one health point or what have you? And you manage to win the whole entire thing. You turn it 180 and you win. And it feels super rewarding. That happened. it was one of those things where it's just like our whole group was on the verge of losing this whole thing. Granted, it wasn't high risk where we would completely wipe it. It was more along the lines where it was a trial combat, but no lives were on the line. It was just we would have lost and it would have sucked, but whatever. But at the same time, managed to just flip it around and we won. And I was down to my last, well, not HP, it was strain, which is a whole nother thing. If that runs out, you pass out.
Yeah.
So I was down to my last point, and I managed to actually take down the boss that we were fighting. We were in a gladiatory arena.
What were you guys fighting?
A whole bunch of guys. Essentially, we were just kind of hanging out with a hut because of Star Wars. So you got the huts.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it wasn't any of the significant ones. I think it was just like a crime lord, but it was kind of just your run of the mill like crime lord huts. So a crime lord hut. Had a little bit of power, but not really anything extravagant. Definitely not on the level of Jabba. But anyways, he had some information. We were just trying to get that information from him, and so that's why we were in this situation. That's what we were doing in the campaign. We had time to kill. There was opportunities all about. I suggested, what if we try to appease him by doing some gladiatory combat? Do some entertainment for him. That should surely earn us favor. So I asked, I got a blue die, which means I got a bonus. The hut likes me now, which is weird because my whole backstory is I'm trying to get revenge on a hut. So I'm already pretty prejudiced when it comes to them, but at least I know how to please them because I was basically a slave. That's my character's MO. But anyways, digressing. So we were in an arena and we were fighting a droid who was the boss character. 3 pig aliens. I'm trying to remember what those are. Glamorians?
Yeah, it sounds.
I don't remember. It's something along those lines. But basically, the pig aliens that are usually hanging around the huts. They're very thuggish. And then I don't remember what the other one was, but it's just it was another alien. So yeah, basically it was all of our weapons were just on stun, so we weren't actually trying to kill anyone, but it was one of those things where Now you gotta focus on strain, and that's a whole nother can of worms. And so, didn't realize that everyone was going after like the pigs. That's what I'm gonna call them, because they were kind of in a group, so they hit pretty hard. Someone took out the other alien. Didn't really get a showcase in that one, so he went out pretty early into that fight. And then for some reason, I was hiding behind a rock. The boss goes after me.
Yeah.
And then that's when the whole group learned that guy hits really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me down to about 5 strain. I had 5 strain left. Not so great. Had to run around. Got one of my teammates knocked out because apparently when this guy hit that guy, did a huge amount of strain damage to the guy. So completely just out of the whole entire fight, and that's not good because he was another one of our hard hitters.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're just like, oh shit, we're done. This whole entire thing is done. Also, another one of our guys didn't get knocked out. He got thrown on the ground by the group of pig guys,
Mm-hmm.
the thug guys. That was a whole nother thing. That sucks. So already in our group of 5 characters, one's out, the other one's kind of incapacitated. So we got 2 other guys who are not combat roles. One's a talker, the other one's a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just kind of like, oh man, we gotta support what's going on. I'm trying to run away from the giant boss thing while also trying to keep my feet on the ground so I don't get knocked out. Also, I don't know what to do. It was in this situation where things were getting dicey. We're trying to convince like the talker to help me take down this boss guy, the boss droid. Well, the other guy was like, no, help me so I can get out of this situation. Because he was the other fighter in the group. He was more of the close combat fighter. He was I think he was a Padawan. He's force sensitive.
Yeah.
He's got the lightsaber. What ended up happening is I got lucky. I got a good roll. I think I ended up taking a shot. I got enough advantage dice rolls. That's a thing that I was able to knock down this droid's weapon. I was able to, I don't know, he came after me, started punching me, took me down to 2 strain. That wasn't good. And then the other thing is I had to disengage a lot, and that wasn't good. I tried punching him, didn't really do much because he has a high soak defense shield. That wasn't too good. Other guy, Jedi guy, he I think he got away, and it was kind of going toe to toe with this group of guys, and it was just it wasn't good. All the while we have like our doctor and our talker, they're just kind of trying to support the whole entire situation, trying to assess it so that they don't get involved too much. They can kind of be in the back, on the sidelines, because I'm more of the front lines, even though I'm more handy with guns. I don't know. I gotta attribute my points. Look at me sounding really nerdy here. I gotta attribute my points, guys.
Yeah.
So anyways, gonna wrap it up because I know this is getting a little long and boring and everyone doesn't really give a shit about the whole entire situation. What ended up happening is I managed to get away. I ended up going to our Jedi guy, helping him out. Oh, by the way, there was one more confrontation with Droid Man and myself because I had 2 strain left. He punched me again, and that's when I thought, oh great, I'm down. Kung is down. Because that's my character's name. Kung, like Kung Fu.
Yeah.
I thought he was down. Turns out he did just enough damage where I had 1 strain left. So I disengaged, went to help our little Padawan friend. Ended up getting one of these Galmorians, like, knocked out. I don't remember. There was 3 of them. One of them was down, so there was 2 left. I think I helped take a little bit of the stress down. I don't think I ended up taking one of them down, so there was still 2 left. I think our other friend started trying to go after the droid, did a little bit of damage. Doctor friend went after the droid, I think. No, the talker ended up doing like damage to both the droid and the group. Because he was kind of indecisive. He kept getting talked into helping both of us at the same time. It was weird. Doctor ended up like trying to go after the droid, but at the same time she got knocked out because she didn't have enough health to even handle that situation. Oh, by the way, the droid also picked up its weapon. Our Padawan ended up focusing on the group. Meanwhile, I took out my blaster rifle because that's my main weapon there. You know, I have good gun skills. I shot the droid. Droid didn't go down. He was focusing on trying to get his weapon back up and actually start hunting us down. But he had to waste another turn doing that. So in the meantime, that's when I took another shot and he went down. It was good. I think there was a turn where our talker tried to hit him, but just didn't do enough damage.
Mm-hmm.
So like his soak ended up negating anything that would have been dealt, and that sucked. But anyways, I managed to have a high enough roll where I took him down, and that was a good feeling. I was like, oh man, we might be able to do this, and we focused on the group, and the group went down, and we won, and it was a good feeling. I have to go allocate more with my stats, so I'm more capable of it. It did teach me, man. I gotta be more of an attacker, you know. I gotta be more of a hard hitter, just in case.
What, as opposed of hiding behind rocks the whole time?
Well, the thing is, because they were kind of making fun of me for that, because it's just like my backstory is I'm supposed to be some sort of great gladiator, or at the very least that was kind of my role as a slave when I was taken captive by one of the huts.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Come on, man! This is your backstory."
You're just having flashbacks. You had to take a moment to yourself.
Well, I was getting hurt and I had to run away.
Yeah, and that.
I had to retreat. I had to make tactical retreats.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want to. Well, on one hand, yeah, my guy can take a punch. On the other hand, he doesn't have an infinite amount of health. But all that said, it was one of those times where I'm just like, man, I really thought we lost that. But at the same time, it's just like, man, I gotta allocate some of my stats so he can do close combat. Technical difficulties aside, now we're back. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Okay, you were saying something and you got cut off.
Well, I was saying that, like, I want to play in D&D now.
Oh yeah,
like, I'm trying to find something to do right now, but like I don't want to do anything.
I would be there. I'd be like, let's play some D&D, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do it.
I mean, we should get our own little thing going.
I would love it, but who would we get involved?
I don't know.
Who would be DM? Would you want to be DM?
Well, if we did, you, me, and my brothers, my youngest brother is it's a pretty good DM. I mean, I'm a good DM too, but I'd rather like play, you know.
Can I be Dwarf Butt?
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely gonna do medieval. So
I'm fine with medieval, man. I want to be I want to be a dwarf. His name's I don't know what his name's gonna be, but his nickname's gonna be Dwarf Butt.
Okay.
Don't ask. You don't want to know how he got that name.
Well, I'm probably gonna be some Asian descent samurai warrior.
Ooh, I like it.
Whose name is Long Dong.
Long Dong. I already like it. No, actually, the truth is, Dwarf Butt, he got his name because he keeps sniping things in the butt.
Oh, okay. I see. So what, you're like a rogue with your little dagger just going up behind people?
No, he uses a crossbow.
Oh, okay.
He keeps sniping things in the butt.
Yeah.
It's not even intentional. It's just one of those things where he's just running up and he just keeps getting butt shots.
Mm-hmm.
completely unplanned, but it's just like that's what his luck ends up doing. He just snipes them in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they call him Dwarf Butt. He's a dwarf and he snipes things in the butt. Best backstory ever. Best character.
Yep. Won't even need to write out your profile. You already got it down.
Yeah. He's the hunter, snipes things in the butt by accident. All his kills in the butt. The force is so powerful, it just shatters it. It shatters it. The force is so powerful from the shot that the pain ends up imploding in the brain.
Yep. God, that's a terrible way to go. You bend down and get shot up the ass all the way up to your brain, dude.
Oh no! I was thinking more along the lines like you get shot, but it doesn't go all the way to the brain. It's just like the pain is so like intense from the force that overloads the brain that it just kind of explodes. Like it overloads and then you die. At least that's what I keep telling myself.
Mm-hmm. I like my version better. You just wait till people bend down and then you shoot it right up there.
That's probably what happens, to be honest. I don't know.
Or bend over, I mean.
Yeah, bend over.
Mm-hmm.
Let Dwarf Butt come over.
Exactly.
What you don't know. Aw, man. So anyways, I think we could get this going. You know, I think it could be fun. I'd be fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
But all that said, you know, tabletopping aside, I want to go camping.
Yeah, so do I. I want to go swimming. That's what I want to do right now.
Okay, when we do go camping, we gotta find someplace by a body of water so we can go swimming.
We'll just like as we're driving, if there's any kind of body of water, we'll just stop and swim for a little bit.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Because it's not gonna be a long camping trip. Though, if we do this in June, it's just gonna be for like one day, you know.
Yeah.
All that said, it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real good day.
Oh yeah. What was I gonna say? There was something else to this. I didn't just want to talk about tabletopping. That was just one small bit to it. Honestly, it was just one of those things where it's like, oh man, I did something. I helped everybody. And then running has been one of those things. Growing is pretty good. I ended up working in the garden yesterday. That was great. Some of my plants aren't looking too great because I had to move them. But they'll recover. It's one of those weird things where sometimes you move a plant, it doesn't do so hot for a second, but the next day it fully recovers.
Yeah, I mean nature's pretty resilient.
Yeah,
so.
it takes a second.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have some patience. I'm not gonna be too heartbroken if it dies out because let me tell you, my tomatoes are just they're going crazy.
Really?
Yeah. They're taking over, man. On the bright side, though, that means that I'm gonna get a lot of tomatoes. I'm gonna be able to make some pizza sauce. Let me tell you something. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that pizza.
That sounds good.
Oh yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna have for like my cheat meal this weekend though. I mean, pizza does sound pretty good, but I don't know if I want pizza.
I think I'm gonna have a fat ass burrito, honestly, from like a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, those are good.
My plan.
But I'm not really feeling Mexican though.
I always feel Mexican, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. If it was one of those things where we were hanging out and you're just like, let's get some Mexican food, I'd be down. But
yeah,
it's not. I don't know. I get cravings, and it's very selective, and it's just when I don't have anything in mind, it's just, man, I want everything, but I don't have anything in particular that I want right now. So I'm still trying to plan out my cheat meal, and that sucks.
You know, one thing I want to do too is like I see people do it on Twitch all the time where they order like Uber Eats or something.
Oh yeah.
I want to try that sometime too. Just like because I downloaded the app. And it's like, man, that looks so good. I just want to order something and have it come to me.
I did try the Amazon restaurant
You tried it?
section. I did try the Amazon restaurant section because you can order Red Robin,
Uh,
and it's not bad.
How was the experience?
It wasn't bad. The food was a little cold, but I'm
Uh-huh.
also going to attribute that to they're not exactly a delivery service,
Yeah.
so to speak. I mean, I think it's along the same lines as Uber Eats, because I shudder to think that they actually have a Red Robin employee actually go and deliver that.
Yeah.
So I think a third party driver does deliver the food to
Man,
you.
I'm on Amazon right now. I didn't even know they had a thing like that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
crazy.
I got an email, and I think they sent out a letter saying, "Hey, try this new service we have going on here. It's essentially Uber Eats. Don't get me wrong." All that said, it wasn't bad. It wasn't super like, oh man, this was amazing, and it wasn't like, oh man, this was the worst. It wasn't bad. It definitely gave me what I ordered.
Did they give you like a time frame of when it's gonna show up?
Yeah, they did.
How long did it take between you order and it showed up?
I think about 40 minutes.
Yes, that's a long time.
Well, I mean, it's no longer than a pizza, for instance.
Yeah, because like right now, most of the things on here say they only take like 10 to 20 minutes to get here.
Well, I mean,
I assume like you throw in traffic and stuff. That'll
yeah.
probably delay a
Well, I'm
little bit.
talking about location also.
Yeah, that's true.
It still takes them a little while, and also a little busy where I live.
I'd feel too dirty if I like ordered Red Robin from my house,
Mm-hmm.
because I can literally like go and walk to Red Robin. Like
Yeah.
that's the new lazy for me.
I will say
But I
this:
would not be surprised if I end up doing that eventually.
I did order Subway from Amazon. Let me tell you something, it wasn't worth it, and that's not because I didn't get the product and it was subpar. It's because literally going to the place and ordering it was way more expensive than actually going and doing it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because I think one of the things about the Amazon ordering section, you have to have a minimum balance of $10
Mm-hmm.
before you can actually put in an order. So if you end up ordering something and it doesn't quite amount to $10, then you got to keep ordering it until you meet that. And then in addition, you have all these other factors like tax and delivery fee, and so it actually ends up bumping up to almost $20. And it's like, at that point, you might as well just go to Subway, get 2 sandwiches, and then call it good.
Yeah, a lot of these Amazon restaurant things aren't rated too high.
I mean, I got a couple 3 stars from.
But like, I really want to like go on a date, you know,
Mhm.
but not actually leave. I'll just like order some fancy food or something and have it come here.
And then say you cooked it.
Yeah, say I cooked all this fancy sushi.
I think that's actually something that people do.
Yeah, I really want to do it. I completely did not even think. I was oblivious to the fact that you can order food from like a restaurant and have it delivered to you.
Mhm.
Like that's new to me until like the past couple months.
I'm not gonna lie,
really wanna try
it's
it.
new to me too. I mean, it's not one of those things that you actively think about, you know.
Mhm.
It is one of those things that it's kind of like, man, this generation, it's all new and confangled.
Yeah, I know.
I'm back in the day when, you know, you had your Super Nintendos and you got stuck on a level and you just had to keep trying until you got past it.
Yeah.
Nowadays you got
I mean,
the auto
to be fair,
save
there was
feature, and there's
books.
they hold your hand and you can look up all sorts of tips and tricks if you're not doing something right or if you miss something.
Yeah. And I remember like in WoW where you had a quest, but it didn't actually tell you where to go do the quest.
Yeah, I
Those were the
do.
days.
Remember when you actually had to go on, like you had to make posts in the chat to try to find people
yeah.
to help you take down quests because they were set for like 2 or 3 people.
Yeah. Remember when like you wanted to farm Zulfrak? So when you found a group, you guys became family because you guys would run it literally 15 times together.
Nope.
Because you did not want to go and looking for a group again and have to do that 15 times.
I do remember that though. I do remember you actually did make friendships when farming groups to go into instances.
Oh man, I had some decent friends too. I remember like one guy was like super happy that I kicked ass in a battleground. So he was like, dude, let's just keep doing battlegrounds together. It's like, yeah. He's like, and then he added me and stuff. That was super sweet. That was like 10 years ago. No, it wasn't 10 years. It was like 8 years ago, but those were good times.
Yeah, these days it's all automated. People don't even say anything unless you fuck up enough.
That being said, look at this, dude. I can order sushi right now.
Yeah.
And it'll come to me in 15 minutes.
Damn.
That's so tempting. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying this weekend maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. I don't think I'm gonna be lazy though. I am gonna be out and about, going to Costco and making my weekly ration run, getting some protein powder. I might try to find something while I'm out there. Probably get some ice cream, because I like ice cream. Something that I am trying to do though, trying to balance out the whole cheat meal thing, because I don't like. One of the things that is really tempting when you go and do a cheat meal is that you're really tempted to just go and keep eating, keep getting sidetracked by a lot of the options that you have available. But at the same time, you gotta split it up so you're not just constantly stuck to doing one thing as opposed to. Give me a second. Sorry about that. More technical difficulties.
Jeez,
See,
man.
this is the only problem I don't like about Skype. It keeps disconnecting on me.
Yeah.
The call's really good, but that's the only issue I really have about it. See, that's the only thing I like about Skype, because, Skype, I never have this issue whenever I go onto Skype. But
I mean, we can use whatever one you want.
You want to try Skype?
Well, I mean, we'll do that next time.
Okay.
I have to like download it. And
Oh, okay. I understand. We can keep using Discord.
Yeah.
Small problems with technology aside. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So cheat meals. What I was trying to actually get into the whole ambiance is, I like cheat meals. I like the fact that I have 2 cheat meals, nice little reward that I got going on, and I'm also still losing weight. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that because you're so physically active, you have to put in more calories. You have to put in more food. So I have to eat more, essentially, is what I'm getting at. Otherwise, I get weak and sore. I say that a lot, but it's something I really have to do. It's weird. But anyways, so cheat meals allow you to indulge into a lot of your cravings, and that's good. But the problem is, it's also really tempting to kind of cheat more than you really ought to. So something that I'm trying to do is like incorporate a lot of my diet on the weekend in addition to my cheat meals, so I don't just like consistently put in a lot of the stuff that I'm cheating.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do because there are days where when you get enough sodium, I'm just lazy as fuck. I don't want to do shit. Like for instance, you get yourself a Little C's pizza and you're just like, God, I don't want to do anything. I want to lay in my bed like a stoner.
I mean, do you like do any physical exercise before you cheat?
Yes.
You
Saturdays, as I keep saying, Saturdays I do my endurance run, which as of now has been 8 miles.
Yeah.
Sunday is my break day that I kind of just rest. So that day, not so much. And that probably also attributes to it. And that's unfortunate. All that said, my system is working, but it also needs to be tweaked a little bit. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
No, I gotcha.
It doesn't always work out the way that I want it to, though.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, it's easy to get sidetracked on Monday when I'm trying to push myself back onto my diet, try to put everything in order so that I'm good to go.
Hard. Yeah.
And I'm trying
Seems
to figure out a
you're
lot
doing
of
it
things.
though.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm trying to push myself. You're trying to push yourself. We're trying to push ourselves.
Yeah, I'm super psyched. Like, I thought I had at least 3 to 4 weeks left of this quarter, but pretty much next week is the last week.
Really?
And yeah, because like I want to try to do like 2 a days exercising, like work out right when I wake up, and then before I go to sleep, I'll do another session like of cardio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So as soon as school's over, man, I'll have a lot more time. Hoping, because it's more relying on like me actually doing it when I don't have people. Because right now it's nice because I have that chick at my school, so it's like she motivates me to go running and stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a person that helps me go do stuff also.
Who's that?
Well, you for one, but to be honest, there is another guy. My boss of all people.
Yeah.
I know that sounds weird, but yeah, my boss is apparently trying to do the whole losing weight, trying to get into the whole bettering themselves, and they tell me about that sometimes. They're just like, yesterday they were telling me they were out at the gym lifting weights and doing stuff, and as they were doing this, they thought of me. They said, I hope cool. That doesn't sound really creepy. But I was like, no, by all means, if you're using me as motivation, that's great. You know, use me. And you know what? It made me feel really good. It just gave me a little bit of a self-esteem booster because it's like, I'm motivating people.
Yeah. And I mean, that's like, he's telling you that. You got to assume, too, that what you're doing is affecting a lot more people, too.
I think
even if they don't tell you.
Yeah. And it is one of those things where I know that you on the internet, you can't really see this because I don't really post a lot of pictures, you know. I probably should on Twitter, but I feel like I would be a little more narcissistic. And
that could be a good video, though. Like, just get a couple weeks of you working out, like footage, and then just throw an old picture of you where you look heavy, and then now. I mean, that's some views right there, dude.
I will say this: if I do that, you gotta get involved because I'm not really so good on doing the whole self footage style. I feel like if I have someone else kind of there to help,
if you need somebody.
Yeah, you know, managing the camera. You know, I need a cameraman if I was gonna do that kind of things. Yeah. Those kind of things.
Yeah, I think that's a hot sell on your channel, dude. If you do that,
maybe.
I mean, my video has a shit ton of views. People like watching that body stuff.
I don't have that many pictures of when I was big, but I'm sure I could probably scavenge.
I mean, you just need like one.
Yeah.
Like, just find any one.
I could probably find some stuff on my Facebook, so it's not too difficult.
Yeah. Like, you've lost a lot of weight too, so any picture from the past, there's gonna be a huge difference probably.
I gotta find some stuff to update my profile on my dating site.
Yeah, I know.
I did get like one photo, so it's just like, yeah, there's been some changes, but I need to get like a main profile pic.
We need to get you like you running in action picture.
Oh, I would love. See, if we do that whole adventure that we were talking about earlier, we should do it.
No, that sounds good.
Yeah, and I'll get one of you, and so we can update our profiles so we can get the ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, those dreams of grandeur. Yeah. No, I don't know.
Personally, I'm not using any kind of websites this summer. I'm already like setting myself in motion to where I'm gonna be completely not reliant on the internet this summer.
Hey.
And it feels nice. I'm super bored. Like, I've been bored this whole week, but it's been nice. No dating sites, no Facebook or social media. It's perfect.
Are you gonna be doing WoW though?
Yeah, that's different.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Well,
I'm not questioning.
Like, super casual until the expansion comes out.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's perfect. There was a topic that I wanted to bring up, and I just remembered because speaking of Blizz, I have two things that are related to Blizz. So this is a good segue and transition to that. So a while back, I don't remember which part, but you were here for it. We were talking about characters in the World of Warcraft lore and history, who we really feel some sort of relationship to, or some sort of relationship to ourselves, who we kind of identify with.
Remember who I said?
I I want to say it was young Arthas.
Okay.
Or that was kind of the idea.
That would make sense to me.
It was Arthas. But at the same time, I mean, do you have any sort of updates on that, or like any sort of change in opinion?
No, Arthas sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Maybe a little like Warcraft 3 Grom thrown in there too.
Grom. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? I do have to admit, I think I knew who I kind of identify with. I thought about it.
Don't say it yet. Don't say it yet. Give me some hints first. I want to try to guess it if you'll allow me.
Sure. I'll allow you.
Okay, you gotta give me like a hint first, dude.
Okay. I'll give you a big one. All right.
Okay.
It's sort of a fairly new character. And by sort of, I mean we're talking about last expansion.
Okay. What was that? Warlords?
Yeah, Warlords.
Okay. Oh, that was it. Let's see here. Oh, I know. It's Durotan, huh?
Not Durotan.
Not Durotan.
You're
wow,
close,
okay.
but not Durotan.
So we're talking orc then, right?
We are talking orc.
All right. And it was a good orc.
It was for the Horde. It was a good orc.
Okay. Man. Well, the only ones I remember, there's Durotan and there's Drexar.
Those are two. There was another one.
There was another one too.
But you had to play Horde. See, this is where
I didn't play Horde. Let's see here.
I think this is where the big distinction is going to be.
You're not talking about Durotan's wife, right?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Draka? Why would I be talking about Draka?
Yeah, you're not talking about Draka, are you?
No.
Let's see here.
You're in the right mindset.
I didn't play the. Never once played the Horde side.
You are in the right mindset of who Durotan closely like who is closely allied with Durotan.
Oh. I was thinking about the Warcraft movie, but the Warcraft movie's different.
Yeah.
Wow. So it wouldn't be that guy that was
Orgrim?
Doomhammer.
Not Doomhammer. Doomhammer's a badass, but not Doomhammer.
Was he even in WoD? Like, I don't remember.
Yeah,
that.
he was. I feel like he had a bit of a downgrade, or like his role was downplayed significantly.
Right. Man, I'm out of options here. I know as soon as you say it, I'll be like, shit. But I don't know any other orcs that are good that are from Warlords.
Yeah. The only problem is he was only really he only had a main role in one continent, and that was the first continent.
Is that the Frost one?
Yeah, Frostfire Ridge.
Yeah. Yeah, I never played that, so I don't think I would know him anyway.
Probably not. So you're probably not gonna get it, but that's fine. That's fine. I know you're more on the Alliance side.
I got nothing. Go ahead and say it.
All right, Gunnar, man. Gunnar. Durotan's brother.
Well, really?
Well, one of them, because you find out that he's actually got two brothers. But Gunnar was more or less like the right hand of Durotan for the Frost Wolves. And he was a badass, man. I will say this. I am aware that I think it's Broxigar, that's Surfang's brother, was badass. And he had probably the greatest death out of like a lot of the WoW characters.
Well, allegedly.
Alleged. But see, that's also the reason why I'm kind of like not gonna pick Broxigar. I mean, Surfang is also up there. I'm not gonna lie, but the thing about Gunnar is he had a death that I would say kind of doesn't compare to Broxigar, but you actually see it, so it's badass. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of in the same.
Is it in like a cinematic form?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'll have to go search it up.
What happens is, essentially, the Iron Horde is invading Frostfire Ridge, and so you and the Frostwolf clan are basically trying to defend this whole entire, I want to say a canyon from them invading. And it's badass, because you're taking on wave after wave, fighting with Durotan, Gunnar. I think Draktar's there trying to summon the elementals so they can block the passageway. And it's a good climactic scene to the whole entire area. So what ends up happening is, at the end of it, Duratan and Gunnar are basically ready to put their lives on the line because Drakthar still needs time in order to make some rocks crumble into the canyon so it blocks the passageway. But Gunnar is just a badass. He's like, no, you have a clan to lead. So he leads the charge, goes and just starts slaughtering iron orc.
Dang, dude.
He just starts slaughtering orc after orc. And it's one of the most badass scenes. And then Drakthar ends up finishing his spell. And it essentially, Gunnar just sacrifices his life in order to keep his clan safe. And it is one of the greatest scenes from the previous expansion that I've seen. It might be the only good one that I've seen, but it is badass. I like Gunnar. He's what I like to say of Garrosh. He's basically Garrosh, but if Garrosh was awesome, like what you wish could happen to Garrosh. That is my depiction of Gunnar. And that's what I have to, and you know what, I have to say, I think if Garrosh wasn't in charge, but if he was kind of the right hand to the whole, to the Horde, I think Garrosh would have been pretty legit.
Yeah, well, remember though, he was for a long time.
But I'm just saying, I think if he wasn't the one calling the shots, I think Garrosh would have been, he would have had a much better role.
Yeah.
Because I think as soon as he got put into power, he just went crazy with it.
Mm-hmm.
If he has some direction where he's...
I mean, it depends on your point of view, too. Like, I don't think Garrosh did anything wrong yet.
To some degrees, yeah, but I think he went a little too...
He's just trying to purify the orc race. And nothing bad about that.
No, but at the same time, if you weren't an orc, you kind of got the shit end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I like Gunnar. I think if I had to pick one character, Gunnar's kind of there.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that. I have it up on YouTube. I'll watch it whenever we get off call. I've never seen it. I've never played Orc or Horde.
It's the last cinematic of Frostfire Rage. It's really good. It's my favorite from the whole expansion. That's why I like going to Frostfire Ridge and being like, you know what, I get to hang out with my main man Gunnar right there. Yeah, he has a really short role and it sucks because he would have been an awesome character to just kind of like roll around just slaughtering the Iron Horde. Would have been great.
So in Draenor, like Duratan survives the whole thing, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, Duratan's fine.
Man, they need to bring in all those characters again.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like sitting out there.
I don't know if they'll ever go back to that. I mean, I guess they kind of will because, was it Allied Races?
Yeah, they're bringing back Grom for that.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see any of the other guys.
Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, no Drakthar, no, Wait, does that mean Uriel's gonna be back? Is that even a possibility?
Something about that? I don't know.
Like Lightforge, is she gonna be like, oh, look at me, I found out how to be Lightforge?
Well, I don't even know if like our Uriel is alive. Like, is there a Uriel that we have?
I don't think there is. I think she was created for the expansion, to be honest.
Alright, because I did read something on like Wowhead about Uriel, but I didn't actually look at it.
I was a little curious about that too, and I think I looked it up, and I didn't really see anything significant. I think the idea is where the reason she's alive in the alternative timeline. Although I don't really know, because the other thing is you find her kind of in an encampment by the Iron Horde.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of mysteries here. I don't really know what's true here.
Well, was she related to Murad?
I don't know. I don't think she was. I think she was just kind of the Mary Sue insert.
A random chick character to lead the alliance.
They had to do something. I don't know. They had to give the alliance some character. It's like Uriel.
Yeah.
We're writing all sorts of new lore here. I mean, technically, Gunnar was.
That whole expansion just gives me a headache. Like, didn't what's that guy's name? That like mage guy, the Draenei mage guy. Didn't he die?
Draenei mage guy.
The prophet.
Oh, Valen?
Yeah, didn't he die?
Yeah. That he sacrificed his life for the Naru. because
Yeah.
it started
I think
turning dark.
something like that.
And before he died, he gave Uriel the little symbol thing. I think he passed on the whatever to her. So she became the new. I don't know if Prophet's really the thing, but yeah, she ended up becoming the new leader. So she has a main role for the Draenei, an alternate Draenor. But that said, I mean, I don't really know what else there is to say about it. It's just that's WoW. But yeah, you know, I didn't really play too much of Legion. What are your thoughts on it? Is it one of the better expansions so far?
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
Just because like it has you, like you can log on every single day and have something to do.
Oh, nice.
As opposed to like Warlords where I just nothing. Was like standing in my garrison for like hours.
Fair enough. I do have to say, I like a lot of this. I like a lot of the areas. I thought they were really cool to go and explore.
So like I hate Blizzard's childish writing in like all their video games, and Legion is no different.
Well, you know, they gotta dumb it down for everybody.
Yeah, like you said, didn't you text me that you beat Diablo 3?
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that up. I wanted to talk about Diablo, but we're talking about WoW right now.
So, like, you can kind of see from the story how childish they write their games now. Because, like, the Asmodan, remember him? Like, he tells you what he's doing every single time before he does it.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, now my minions are going to invade this part. And then he goes and does it, so you have to hurry up and get there before he does it.
Yeah.
It's such lazy writing, dude.
Is there anything really at stake?
No.
Because, I mean, it doesn't really advance until the player character does a thing, right?
Or like when in Act 2,
Yeah.
where Belial is the child.
Yeah.
And he's like, I bet she didn't know this whole time, and I'm like, I knew this whole time.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
I have to say, I don't know how I feel about Chapter 5 of Diablo 3.
Let's see here. 5. That's the angel, right?
Yeah, that's
the angel of death guy, whatever his name. Malthael.
Malthael, the Grim Reaper, Angel of Death.
I thought that zone was pretty good. I think.
Oh, I thought the zone was great, but the thing is, I feel like Chapter 4 really was like the height of it all. And I realized like Chapter 5 I think is to make it so it's like it's not over yet. Diablo's free, baby. You know, it's like Diablo 4, it's gonna happen, not for a while, but they had to leave it open.
Well, what was the end? Because I remember that I just didn't care enough about the story.
The end of Diablo, the end of Chapter 5 is you defeat Malthael, and all the demons are free now because he absorbed like the power.
Oh, really?
To take you down, and so you take him down, and it's just like Typhus is just there saying, "You did good, but the struggle's not over yet." Unless there's like another ending that I'm unaware of, you know, unless like there's something you can do and it's like new quest, real ending here, but. Yeah, essentially, Diablo escapes. There's more to do, I think. Or they leave it at a cliffhanger, so don't know. But Chapter 4 was just like, it was epic in comparison, you know? You're in heaven.
You gotta keep in mind, too, that the 5 is the expansion.
Is it?
So, yeah.
Oh.
So it's kind of like added on.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chapter 4 was amazing because you go to heaven. It's like you have this big confrontation. You're fighting Diablo.
Oh man, that's cinematic though. Where like, it's Leia, right? Or is it Leah?
I think so.
Leah?
Yeah.
Anyway, she like shows up to the heaven's gates and then like disintegrates into Diablo. That's such a good You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's such a good cinematic, dude.
It was all good. The cinematics were like phenomenal in that game.
Oh yeah, that's what Blizzard nails every single time.
Hell, you can still go back to like their early works in WoW, and they still look good. I'm still impressed.
Well, my favorite cinematic from Blizzard is from Diablo 2. Or no, sorry, it's from Diablo 1.
Really?
But like, it's the advertisement for Diablo 2. So.
Those cinematics have maybe aged a little bit.
Yeah, but like if I were to send you the link or something,
Mm-hmm.
you still get that like creeped out feel. It's just fucking amazing, dude.
You'd send it. Like when
I
we're
will.
done, you should send it.
Oh, well, I'll go look for it right now.
Okay.
Actually. It's fucking good.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, like Blizz, they're really good about the cinematics, and they do a lot of really awesome work with what they got going. You know, even if the writing is still childish, it doesn't mean that the game's not fun. I still had a lot of fun playing Diablo.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
No, when I
first
was playing
Diablo
it, I did
game,
have fun.
Diablo
but-
3. Haven't played 1 or 2. Well, actually, I played a little bit of 2, but I didn't get that far. Which I guess that might be a travesty because I hear Diablo 2 is it's really good. It's one of the best.
Oh yeah, it is. All right, sent it.
All right.
Yeah, Diablo 2 is amazing. I wish they would come out with
1998.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that's my favorite cinematic of all time, dude.
That was my prime when I started really getting into gaming. I have to be
Yeah.
honest. The late '90s. That's when shit started hitting the fan.
Yeah,
I started
that's
becoming
when
a
I
real
got
gamer.
into it.
And I mean, like, there's more to that, I guess. I mean, I was gaming before that, but I mean, I feel like the
Kind
Nintendo
of like
64.
find yourself in the gaming world
Yeah,
around that time.
I'm just saying, like, the Nintendo 64, the PlayStation era. That's when I really started getting more into a lot of the. Oh man, I got to play the games.
Yeah, I think that's where we split off because like
Yeah.
around that time is when I was hardcore into PC, so I kind of
Well,
avoided.
the
most-
duality
yeah.
was you were into Blizz. I was more into Square with the
Well,
Final
I was
Fantasy
into
series.
just PC in general. There's a lot
Yeah.
of games that I played that wasn't Blizz.
Well, I was more into consoles. I always was into consoles because you gotta understand, my folks didn't know jack shit about PCs and the games and stuff
Yeah,
and that sort of thing. They didn't know. Like, had they seen Diablo, they would have thought, this is way too violent for my kid. They
Yeah,
would not
luckily I had an
understand
older
any of
uncle,
it.
so
See,
I just
they
play whatever he
understood
played.
Mario. They understood. I don't think they understood Final Fantasy, but they didn't see anything wrong with it, so they were like, "Yeah, it's fine." Final Fantasy VII, of course. Had they really looked into it, they probably wouldn't have understood it a bit. But you know, whatever. I was into the animes and a lot of the Japanese games,
hmm
the JRPGs, in other words.
Yeah, never into them.
That's fine.
Well, I never had an opportunity to get into them
Mm-hmm.
before, like the time, obviously it passed where now I'm just like too old to really try to
Yeah.
get into them.
Well, if
Too late.
if we were gonna play it, I mean, we'd have to play Final Fantasy 15, which I hear that's coming out for the PC. So there might be some options available later.
hmm
I might be like, "Yo, Perez, buddy,
I'm open to everything.
Yeah.
But
get
remember
on
around
Steam.
19
Let's go play. Let's go play some. Let's go play some Final Fantasy 15. You could be one of the characters. I'll be another one. We'll go watch the stupid advertisement for a cup of noodles and we'll have fun.
mhm.
It'll be stupid. No, 15 wasn't terrible. I enjoyed it for what it was. It definitely didn't capture the magic of back then. I want to say it's kind of like if you were to compare Diablo 3 to Diablo 2.
Mhm.
All the same, not complaining. Because it certainly could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. I gotta get back into WoW.
Yeah.
I can't
mean,
right now, but I want to
just
get
wait.
back to, yeah,
Just wait until the expansion comes out.
yeah. I still working on my PC.
hmm
It's,
Oh yeah, they had. I mean, you already got a graphics card.
Yeah.
So I probably should avoid telling you that they're having graphic card sales right now on Amazon.
Do they?
It's like-
I'm looking up graphics cards on Amazon right now because now that you mention it,
Yeah. I mean, at least I think they are. Yeah, like this one's $80 off. This one's $120 off.
I'm gonna look up the graphics card that I got, how much that's going for right now.
Which one did you get?
I'm on it. Oh my god,
Is
it's
it on sale?
it's really cheap right now. It's $849.
Dang, dude.
I fucked up.
Yeah, I shouldn't have told you. But to be fair, we should be glad that they're going down in price
Yeah.
right now, because that whole thing that was going on was ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh man, they're really cheap right now. That's ridiculous.
I know. I almost want to buy one.
I don't need one, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't need one, but
Had I
nice
waited,
to have two.
yeah. Oh well, it's fine. I'm not lamenting too hard right now. Cause I still got it for a decent price.
Oh man, I see. Man, this one. I want to buy this one. It's $509. Not too bad.
But it's probably like an 8 gig.
Yeah.
See
Looks
that's the difference right there.
beautiful.
I got one of those T1080s
Mhm.
that have 11 gigs.
Oh dang, dude.
Yeah. So, pretty good. Can't complain. Still
That
could.
should last you a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if I can say top of the line, but I wanna.
That's pretty damn close to top of the line.
Yeah.
Dude. Like even these $500 ones are top of the line.
Oh, they're
You
pretty
got,
good.
You got like the top of the line.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I mean, they're a little bit cheaper on the gigs. That's why they're cheaper, a little bit less on the gigs, but at the same time, it's pretty up there.
Mhm.
Because a couple
Got
gigs
my,
ain't worth that much.
The chick that I go to school with really wants me to buy an Xbox One.
I'd say no, baby. You gotta go to PS4.
That's I just been telling her to PC it up. But,
PC Master Race.
but she's like super into Ark. And, like she has like her own like server and like several people play. She's like, dude, come join our community.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, I'll consider it, but only if I get a role play as an old Asian dude.
This chick, she's married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because otherwise I'd be like, damn, bro, you gotta hit it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get the satisfaction of like flirting with people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I get what I want out of this relationship.
That's fine. At the same
boosts my
time, you
ego.
and I, man, we gotta find our own. We gotta find our own ladies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how else to say that creepy.
There's a solid 3 things that I really want to do with somebody in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but I need to be in one. I want to-
There's a solid thing I want to do, and I don't need
What
to
do
be
you
in a
wanna do?
relationship, but it'll never happen
What?
because it is dream oriented. It was the coolest dream I ever had, but at the same time, it'll never happen because it involves
what was it?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think I told you this,
Okay.
but I don't know. This might be a little TMI, but I'll talk about it anyways because it was dope.
Well, you want like Dwayne The Rock Johnson to dominate your girl?
No, man.
Okay.
That
good.
didn't happen. That didn't happen in this dream. And I want to clarify, it didn't get gay, but it will sound that way. So I had a dream, and I was hanging out with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I was looking really good. Just to point out, I remember I had abs in this dream.
Okay.
So I was pretty muscly. So me and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, we were hanging out, and for some reason, don't ask me why, we decided, you know what we should do? Go do amateur porn. I know. But you gotta understand, it wasn't gay amateur porn, it was orgy. So, me and The Rock, we get casted.
But both of you together though, right?
Yeah, we're in the same room. We're banging 2 chicks at the same time.
Alright. So like bed to bed kind of, or just one bed?
I don't know. It was just like in a room.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I guess we were on a bed. But essentially, yeah, we're just going at it. The chicks are making out. We're just kind of doing our thing. To avoid too much detail, I'm just gonna say the money shot happened. As that went on, it happened simultaneously, and while that happened, we just high-fived each other,
Yeah.
and it was awesome.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, man, I woke up from that dream and I was like, if that ever happened in real life, I think that'd be the greatest day ever.
Yeah.
It was probably the most
I mean,
bro thing ever.
that sounds plausible, just not with The Rock.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, I gotta say this. I think The Rock is married, for one. And two, I'm pretty sure even with that limitation, I don't think him or his wife would be down to doing amateur porn. And even if they were, three, I don't think that situation would happen. For multiple reasons. That's just my thought, though. Who am I to say? But I do have to admit, it was a pretty awesome dream. It was very bro-esque.
I mean, yeah, you got everything in that dream, dude. You got sex with your woman, and then you got like a.
Oh, it wasn't my woman. It was just some woman that was.
Just some random one.
It was just some random woman in this orgy. It's just like this is my partner for this scene. Whatever. It's an orgy scene. The Rock's in this. It would have been the best porn ever. Cause Dwayne The Rock Johnson is in it.
Yeah.
And that looked pretty good. I was casted as talent, so I can't complain. And then you climax and you high five The Rock. What? You can't get any better than that.
Yep. Then you guys can just get up, get dressed, and go get some burgers afterwards.
You know what? I'm willing to bet that's what happened. It wasn't gay.
Yeah,
it was just
the dream continued.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing gay about that.
No, it was just you're just hanging out. You're just having a good time.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's just like you want to go make some amateur porn, and The Rock's like, yeah, we can make some amateur porn. And it's like you go do that. It was awesome.
You might want to clarify a little bit more, though. Don't just come out saying, "Hey, you want to go make some amateur?"
Well, it was a dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a dream. It was orgy themed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You must have ran 8 miles before that day, then, huh?
Honestly, I don't even remember. I think we were just hanging out, cruising around in a car, looking moody. Just looking real fly. That's all I can really say. It was a weird dream. All I remember is that it just went from being really weird to being really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm fine with it. It turned out really cool. To which I say, anything The Rock's involved with is awesome, automatically.
Yeah.
Could be very questionable, but it turns out awesome. And that is one dream I will never forget, because it's just like, man, how can you top this? You can't. It just doesn't get any better than that. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that.
Yeah, that's random.
Yeah. I don't know why I decided to bring that up. Just something on the mind, I guess.
Well, we're talking about things we want to do in relationships. And it's like, okay, man, if you want to do that when you're in a
But see, that has nothing to do with my significant other, and even then, I think I'm a little too monogamous for that shit.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I feel like if she was into it, I could be talked into it, but at the same time, if I'm in that orgy, it's still gonna be like, we're doing this together here. I'm not gonna do some other strange chick in this situation. Nuh-uh. I don't swing that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd feel really awkward,
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you?
Would I?
Okay, say you're in a relationship, and then your woman.
I mean, the answer's gonna be no.
Okay.
But keep going.
I was gonna say I don't know how else to say it. So your girlfriend says, hey babe, you want to do some amateur porn? You want to go do an orgy?
Well, take the porn aspect out of it.
Okay.
What about just the orgy part?
You want to do an orgy? Would you do
it? So a dude and a chick will be in the room.
Maybe there'll be more, maybe there'll be less.
I don't know. Right now, no. I'd be open to the idea.
And then while you're doing it, she's like, "You want to swap partners?"
I was just thinking about that. It's like, man, I'd have to be super secure with the relationship, and then I'd consider it.
See, that's why I'm saying I don't know if I could do it, because
yeah.
I think I'm a little too insecure to even like attempt doing an orgy for one, just because I don't know, insecure again.
Well, let's be fair. Any guy, if a dude walks in and he has a bigger penis than you, that's like the
I wasn't
biggest.
even thinking about that, to be honest.
Okay.
But
Well, I
you
mean,
make
that
a
would be
good
like the
point. You
biggest
do make a
boner
good point. As soon as someone with a big dick just comes in, I'm gonna be like, damn, I don't have anything to compete with that.
I'd have to see it first as he's walking in, and then I'd immediately turn my.
And the thing
woman's
is,
head
you're
around.
not even trying to
We're
look.
not
Your
doing
eyes
this.
just kind of go there, just because it's one of those things where it's like it's hard to avoid. You know, you just can't avert your eyes. Some guy just comes in with their dick just waggling down. It's just like, damn, shouldn't have looked.
Yeah.
I wasn't even trying to. My eyes just ended up going right there. You know, but that's besides the point. You know, you're kind of looking at everyone's genitals in that situation.
Or what if like you're both on the bed going at it, right?
Yeah.
And like
wait, like
the
double
woman
teaming a woman at the same time?
No. Your vision with Rob, but it's with a random person. Like this is a real life scenario where it's just you two next to each other and the women in front. You know.
I think so.
Well, like it's like you're dogging your woman, and right next to you, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
What if she's obviously enjoying it, like the partner, the team next to you is like enjoying it so much more. I'd be like super insecure with that too. You're like, wow,
you're not doing an adequate job.
He's really going quick, and she's screaming pretty loud, and my woman's just enjoying the ride.
Well, there are a couple thoughts. You know, maybe she's just not as expressive. That's one thing that I'm thinking out, but the other side is, you know, she might just not be into it nearly as much as the other two. Or maybe you're just doing a shitty job.
Yeah.
You're just not hitting the right spots.
There's too many potential boner killers to that situation that I probably would never attempt it.
You couldn't do the orgy? That's what you're saying?
I mean, well, I would like to say that I could if I was secure enough. But those two examples that we listed are for sure boner killers.
Yeah. Man, this whole conversation went to a really awkward topic. I apologize for bringing up the whole subject of an orgy, but now that we're here, might as well keep on talking about it, right?
Yeah, might as well.
You know, I'm just saying, I don't think I could do it because performing in front of people is really, really weird to begin with.
But I mean, you gotta go on the flip side too, though. So say like you're completely comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
And the guy comes in, and he's got a little dick, dude. That'd be such a huge confidence boost.
180 situation.
I know. And you're on the bed, and your woman is just screaming hella loud. Like, yeah, dude, that's me.
That's all me, baby.
Yeah.
Of course, the other side is maybe she likes being watched. So, you know, the fact that you got another couple in the room doing it is a complete turn on for her. It's possible, you know. Gotta mix it up.
Yeah. I mean, I know women like that, so
I don't.
Out there.
But then again, I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to the whole sexuality sort of thing.
Yeah, which I prefer, like people like that in general.
Yeah, I mean maybe. I don't know.
But I know people opposite as well.
I will say this:
they're out there.
Buddy, if you see me with the woman and you can already tell that she's pretty adventurous, you know, let your brother know, man.
All I
me
need
know.
is a look.
I ain't gonna know.
All I need is a look. There's a specific look.
I'm gonna be super oblivious to this, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, you're dating an adventurous type."
Yeah. But at the same time, I would be like, I won't say anything, and I'll just be like, "Dude, enjoy the ride," and that's all I want to say.
Actually, you know what? Just say that. Just say that.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. Cause I don't know. I get the feeling that it's gonna be one of those situations. If it ever happens, I really don't think it will. But if it ever did happen, it's gonna be really awkward at first because one, the whole sexual introduction proportion of the relationship really awkward. You know, there's nothing really smooth about it unless you're that type of person. I'm not.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I remember the first couple relationships I was in. They're, like, super awkward, and like you delay it as much as you can.
Yeah, that's gonna be me.
then I think about like my last several relationships.
Yeah.
And the more you get into it, it just kind of happens. You don't really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like 1 second you guys are sort of talking, and next second you're several months down the line and you guys have sex every day. So.
I gotta be honest though,
like,
I really don't want to
remember.
rush that aspect though. If
Oh,
I
I
ever
don't
get
either.
into a
I don't
relationship,
either.
let me tell you, rushing into the bed, terrible game
Oh, yeah.
strategy. That happened once, never again. But digressing aside, I will say this. Yeah, I just kind of want to enjoy the ride. You know, if you're dating someone, just kind of want to enjoy that whole aspect. I feel like that
So,
I want to try to keep
back
it
to
innocent.
back to the sex thing real quick though.
All right.
I'm completely with you with the wait even like a couple months for me. That sounds perfect.
That sounds good.
Having sex.
Yeah.
That being said, if we're dating for a week, I expect that woman to be naked in my bed cuddling at least the next week. We don't have to
I'll
have
be
sex.
honest.
I just need the cuddles.
No, I was gonna say, you know, naked cuddling
cuddles.
is really good. The only problem is I feel like there'd be too much temptation for things to happen. You know, wandering hands, a little bit of like hand play, if you will.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Man, give me 2
Fingers are
seconds.
gonna start entering orifices.
Give me 2 seconds. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You're
Alright,
fine.
yeah.
You're good. Nah, it's all good, man. All good. Really awkward topic we got going on here, but you know, I'm fine. I'm in this
I don't find it
conversation
awkward at all.
100%. So, yeah, relationships are a little bit weird, and the whole sexuality of the whole topic is a bit awkward, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Just kind of throwing out some ideas here. But anyways, I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna be in I don't even know when the next relationship's gonna happen. It might be for the best. Still trying to soul search. Still trying to understand a lot about myself. And there's a lot I don't understand about myself. And I've been, you know, hanging with myself for about 29 years, going on my 30th. Sorry about that. I called disconnected, even though you just left technically. But you know, hey, it's all good.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah. Did you catch any of that?
No, last thing I heard was something like being alone, and then I agreed that we're gonna be forever alone.
I was saying I don't know when the next relationship's gonna happen. You know, I'm kind of stuck with myself because still learning about myself. You know, stuck with myself, but still learning about a lot of who I am. You know, still soul searching, still trying to develop this relationship that I got with myself, because you gotta learn to love yourself, you know. I think I said it to Chaz, and I'll say it to you, you know. You gotta accept and forgive yourself for your shortcomings. Because if you can't love yourself, who can you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So be kind to yourself. Accept that, you know, you won't always be able to do what you're capable of doing. But that said, you should still be like, man, you are a great person. You can do a lot of stuff. And you just gotta keep on telling yourself. Because even though I get very, very high strung and very hard on myself, and it affects my self-esteem, I still gotta be able to come back full circle and be like, you know what? You're a great person. You ran 8 miles. You did a lot of good for yourself. And it's tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, relationships, they're a tricky thing. Trying to be friends with yourself, it's even trickier.
I think one thing I need to work on, like, because I'm pretty comfortable with who I am.
That's good.
I definitely know my strengths and weaknesses. But I think the thing that keeps me from getting into relationships is I put women, like, too high. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, too high of a pedestal, almost. Because really, they're just normal people too. It's like a problem.
They are, man. To a certain degree, you can't glorify them too much because, yeah, you are putting them on a pedestal. You know, I think, and I'm probably just digging my grave at this point. You know, I'm probably just putting my foot in my mouth. But You know, I think they just want to be treated like you would treat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, completely normal, completely average, because I'm completely normal, completely average. I don't deserve any special treatment. To that, you know, I think there is some truth behind that, yeah. But you always want to compliment them, you know? You always want to be like, hey, you look good. I don't do that with myself.
Yeah.
Little bit of favoritism there, you know? But that said, you know, I don't know. I don't really get the women. I wish I did.
Yeah, I really don't either.
It's a travesty, brother.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. But I ain't gonna complain too much because that's no good for anybody. I'll tell you what, though, the whole dating profile thing sucks. I don't think it's actually a good way to meet women. Yeah. And I don't know why I keep doing it, but at the same time, I want to get a better picture, brother. I want to be like, yo, look at me.
I feel like it could be, but we're holding ourselves back, I think. At least for me.
A little bit of a combination, yeah. I can agree to that to a certain point. Yeah.
Because, like, as an example, I deleted mine recently because a woman kept, like, messaging me.
Oh, yeah?
And, like, I just don't want to do it, you know? Like, I'm getting them to come to me, but then when it comes time to actually putting in effort stuff, I'm like, I don't really want to do that.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. I think, yeah, well.
And then I get the same vibe when I talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, no use. Nothing's ever going to come out of that, really. Could, but.
You know, there are some truths to those instincts, you know. Sometimes, if they give bad vibes, it's not worth it. Sometimes you should listen to those instincts. But you can't really
judge the vibe. Like, I get so many people who just, like, send one messages. I feel like that's the norm.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really tell if they're like into you or not. I wish that's how, like, you can just say, hey, I'm into you. I wish that's how every first message started. You make things so much easier.
Dude, you should just do that, man. Well, if you see someone you're into, I'm gonna try that. And fail horribly because I'm getting no replies back. But you know what? It's a great idea. I'm just gonna be like, hey, I'm into you.
Yeah, well,
I'll let you know how that works out. Chance start not too great, but you know.
I mean, it'll work out when we take those pictures.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't know, but you know, I'm still do that before the pictures. I'm gonna say I'm into you.
Yeah.
Please write back. That's gonna get you no replies. Because let me tell you,
if you send somebody a message, that kind of tells them that you're into them.
Well,
but then I need the verification to back. Like, if I send somebody something, I want them to be like, hey, I'm into you, so I'm gonna keep talking to you. You know?
Actually, that's a great tail line to that. Just say I'm into you, so I'm gonna keep talking to you. I like that.
Because, like, I hate that. I asked a question.
What I was gonna say is, please write back. Sounds really stupid. Sounds a little too desperate. You know? It sounds like I'm just like, please. I'm on an island. I got nobody besides me.
Yeah.
I'm hopeless romantic. Completely bullshit. You know what I'm saying? No woman wants that because it just sounds like you're too needy. At least that's the vibes I get. You know, and I feel like to some degree I might be in that category, but you know, I think I just need to chill with it. You know. I definitely need to be a little more assertive, but I think I need to chill with it, you know? I don't need to sound so desperate. I think a little bit of desperation, fine. That's, you know, it can work, but too much, definitely overpowering. Very easily to be too desperate. But anyways, I don't know. I kind of want to wrap things up because I feel like the time is definitely getting up there. Also, I need to go make my omelet for work.
I need to make me food too, and then finish watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you're watching Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Where are you?
I am second episode of fifth, the last one.
Oh, damn, son. How you liking it?
It's good. I definitely like the first couple seasons better, like the last season.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm still waiting for like this moment.
Mm-hmm.
People hype the show up a lot. still waiting for.
All right. I'm gonna say this.
But that
though.
being said, it's good. It's good.
I'm gonna say this. Actually, I'm gonna ask you, and then I will give you who I think. Who's your favorite character as of now?
Man, that's tough. Probably, Saul
Saul,
and that bodyguard, the bald guy.
Mike.
Yeah,
Mike. Yeah,
I like this.
Mike is badass. I have to say my favorite character, very probably in the minority of this, but it's Gus. Gus was a badass. I love that guy.
Yeah. See, that's probably where I'm a little indifferent than you, because like I didn't actually like him.
Oh, not a lot of people did. I thought he was badass. I thought he was the type of guy. Oh, go ahead.
I thought his death scene was badass.
Oh, it was great.
Like, that got me by surprise for sure.
I think it got a lot of people by surprise. No, I like him. I like the very quiet, introverted business type. Because I mean that was Gus in a nutshell. But at the same time, he had this overlooming presence of "I will kill you." He was a badass, and I liked it.
No, I do like that. I think that maybe it lasts a little too long though. Maybe that's
why. I think season 4 really just focused too heavily on that, and I think there was a little bit of a lot of sneakiness going on there, so maybe it was a little too backstabby. I don't know how else to phrase that, but I like Gus, and I will say Mike is definitely second favorite character in that whole entire series. Mike is awesome.
Yeah, he is.
I will say this: if you enjoy that, you might want to check out Better Call Saul. It's great.
Yeah, I definitely want to, because like Saul's fun.
Yeah. Oh, it's all focused on Saul. It's great.
But I also have like 20 different other shows I'm gonna watch, so
yeah,
I'll just add it to my list and then get to it.
Fair
in
enough.
2 years.
Well, in that regard, I'm a go watch BoJack Horseman for the 9,000th time, because for some reason that's just my show that I watch in the background whenever I'm playing video games. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, no, Netflix is great.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I love it. That's why I don't mind paying the $12 a month. But otherwise, I don't know. I think I'm gonna end it off here. That was a good way to wrap things up. Go watch Netflix.
Yep.
I wish I was sponsored.